So today talking about the Vega aliens. They showed themselves to me, one being came to me and it was like that light blue and yellow eyes with like a triangle on the forehead. And from the side, the shape and the eyes looked a lot like the Lyran race. And I was curious and I asked the being where it's from, and it said from planet Vega. So it was the first day in the afternoon, and then later on it came to me in the evening, and I saw that everything was so bluish somehow, their planet, and the body was like human shape, like almost translucent metallic blue muscles. Here a triangle on the heart, it was more yellow with like a snail house, and here also with that triangle it was yellow, and it was like I felt intuitively the ninth dimension. And it was a strange environment, it was calm and very focused. There was like a water tank, and he was like like a diver, like those divers in Germany. They're called Apnoe-Taucher, the apnoe divers, where they can dive for a very long time. And he hugged the water and said that he kept it for us. It's because it's a very precious, and it's the water of consciousness and the flow, and it gives it to us. It's the geometry of water, it said, and everything has a certain geometry. You humans understand the sacred geometry, what it is and what it's used for. To transform, to build, to say, to do, to touch, to verbalize. Use it for expression, transmitting energy, divine timing. Follow the flow and sink into diving. Everything is divine. Your cosmos, it said, is infinity. Actually, if you open the door, it's opportunities. Stretch wide and into the flow of wild behavior, tension and attention. Go with the flow. And it was, so many things were up, but it was so, the being was so calm. It was so cool. And it's more, this being is more diving in space, and it doesn't need to be on the planet. It's more like crazy there, I don't know. They use their triangles to intensify the energy and to illuminate. And it was also fluid, and it was also full of he was like Superman, and creating timelines, because there were triangles too, and timelines, and he was forming like balls of water, balls of creation, and he was sitting on one and concentrating, and then he stretched out his arms and took two balls or planets and let them merge together, and everything was just one huge vibration and one huge action and flow. And he said their planet is the cradle of birth, and I didn't understood it first, but later on I read in the internet that they said the Vega also created the Lyran race and the Sira race, and so it made sense again. And they were really, they looked, the vegan, the Lyran very much alike. And it's all about formation, and there was another alien being, and they touched their triangles hand to hand, and they got like, he said dimension, like they're containing the dimensions, and they dive and they transform and they just create, and they can do everything they want to. They can hold spaces open. They can. They have so many lives. He showed me like he was creating a timeline, and then I saw like a room it was, and in that room were all of his avatars at once, and all the options the avatars can have, all the lives. If you do it slow motion, or if you make everything short, it's all of creation just. And he showed me how they come into that planet. They are not, no one is giving birth, or not like on other dimensions or planets. They project light on a light ball or something. They just come like in a vortex, and they're there. And I didn't see children, so he was adult, and all his lives were in that shape. I wouldn't say adult, it's just that shape. And he said, yeah, later on more. And that shape, and how they are going, they're not dying. It was so cool, because after all this creation, diving, timelines, spaces, he was like throwing his towel over his shoulder and walking out of the gym. Boom! It was so cool. It's just creation. It's nothing like here on Earth. You stop, or there are obstacles. Nothing. It was just pure flow. It's so crazy. And yeah, that was so cool, because they are like merging with all of their multi-dimensional options and avatars, but though it was separate. When I once tapped into Lyra, you can have all your avatars from childhood till adulthood, till everything. At once, all moods, everything you can have there, and you feel like a unity. You feel like from above is unity. And this was more, he was more himself, but the other options and lives were going on. This is something, like I said before in the multi-byte video, you can't go there with your brain. It's just move. It's all about option, creation, and flow. And they don't have organs. He told me it's an energy structure cell mass. It's like I don't know the word now. It's like bundled multi-dimensional energy, and it's a power mass. He said it to me, was so beautiful. He said it's the glow of shape, and it was really this body, this glowing body, this strong divine flow. It was crazy somehow. And he said no star is too far. You can always grab everything. You can always create. Your thoughts create the form, and the energy, the flow. There is absolutely no fear. It's just flow and just light, and this is why I was so pleased to be with that being, really. And this symbol with the snail, I said, it represents flow. This is why you can find it on orgone pyramids. That, like I said, the triangle and the flow and the universes. They create universes. Everything, like planets, are going through here, and they're just creating. They're creating us. They're creating several universes. It's amazing. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you with some things, maybe more, to find yourself more in a flow, in a state of flow. So yeah, let's create, let's be that light being, and let's be inspired from those crazy energies and advices from outer space. They want to help us, and we're a part of them. Actually, we're the mass they are creating with as well. So let's co-create with them. So have a very good time. All my love and light. Yours, Alien. Because I bought it, and it showed this lions and this ball, and it was exactly like this Vega alien showed me, this timelines and this ball. It was crazy that and there's no coincidence, it was just synchronicity. So, and the first thing was really here, the Vega I wrote in this book as well. So it's so crazy.